While statistics show danger can lurk even closer to home, every year tens of thousands of Canadians make the trip to emergency rooms because they were injured during renovation projects. With spring inspiring many of us to get out the toolbox, CBC News medical specialist Dr. Karl Kabasele joins me now with some timely advice. So first, how are Canadians getting hurt?
Well, a small survey from 2003 that looked at 14 hospitals that had emergency rooms found that when it came to the bigger reno projects, some of the common injuries involved falling off of ladders or dealing with power tools or even non-power tools, and some of the smaller jobs also involved falling off of ladders, unfortunately, but also being cut or hit by some of the building materials or tools. Now, the other interesting piece, you may not be surprised, is about 90% of the people who came into the emergency room for these injuries were men.
All right. Well, lots of people, myself included, in that bracket there. So how can we avoid getting hurt?
Well, in order to not have to see me or one of my colleagues in the emergency room, there's a lot of good protective gear that you should be thinking about, starting with eye protection. So I wear glasses, but if I were using power tools, I would want to use goggles because you get that side protection as well as up in the front of the over the eyes. You want to use gloves, of course, and if you're using louder power tools, then hearing protection is always a good thing to prevent hearing loss. Now, if you're dealing with dust or some of the more caustic paints and so on, there are respirators and dust guards that you can get. And
what's that armor-looking boots there that you have?
Yeah, it almost looks like a RoboCop or something. These are actually steel covers that go over your shoes. So if you don't have steel-toe shoes, and believe it or not, these little ones are steel-toe. And of course, head protection, wearing a helmet. Now, this may seem like a bit of overkill, so I think the one question you have to ask yourself is, are you really qualified to do the work? So you really be honest with yourself and hire someone if the job is a bigger one.
All right, good advice. Thanks so much, Dr. Karl.
Thank you.